Hi everyone, I just wanted to quickly go through some of the key points from the last couple of weeks. What we're looking at here is the digital learning environment for schools in New Zealand. And in that environment we have the student management system and learning management systems. So on one side we've got data and on the other side we've got learning. So over here we've got things like assessment and e-astal and transfer of student records can all go to the student management system. And things like library, information, email, learning resources on the web can all be plugged into the learning management systems like Moodle, for example. Parent access and eportfolios are part of that landscape as well. But eportfolios are different. Eportfolios are owned by the individual, although they might be managed by the school. The school might set it up. The student owns it. The staff member owns it, and they have control over what goes in there. Although they might be influenced by the school and what goes on in that environment. And there's some really good reasons why this needs to be. Now, an eportfolio to support lifelong learning and life-wide learning needs to be portable, and it needs to be able to transfer from one school to the next, because that's what happens with students. Okay, they progress and they need to be able to take their learning with them. So very important points, and here's a model of that. And we see that there are other things that can start plugging into our eportfolio as well, or purposes for it. Teacher registration is a good example of that. So in a lot of schools, provisionally registered teachers will use an eportfolio to gain their full registration, and they'll do that with a mentor, and they'll use the software to evidence the criteria to become fully registered. Nurses use it. All sorts of industries use this type of methodology to prove that they have the capability and knowledge for their area. Okay, now an eportfolio, I'll just show you this image, helps us make sense of all the other stuff, all the learning that we have scattered around in our desks and on the internet, like podcasts, YouTube videos, documents that we might have stored up in the cloud, our photos, a blog that we might keep. Now, it's very hard to manage this unless we've got a portal that makes sense of it, and the eportfolio does a really good job of doing that. Right, now why would you want to use an eportfolio? Well, the first one is storage, so that you can keep what's important. The next one is for the process of learning, so that you can show how you got from A to Z, and that somebody can help you, i.e. a teacher, get from A to Z. So they can actually see what the parts of your learning were to help you get there. So it's formative. Right? And the last part is product. So you can demonstrate your achievement and your skills, and you can use it to showcase your learning. All right, and you might want to do that to get a job, to put into your CV, to gain entry into a course or a sports team or whatever it might be. So those are the main parts of an eportfolio. I hope that makes sense. Of course, you can ask questions about it in the forums. Have a look at what we're getting into this week, which is the links between eportfolios and professional practice.